like I told the kids, I don't have anything prepared because I didn't think we were going to be in this situation today. But that being said, very proud of the season that we had, knowing this was my first year and some of the hurdles that we had. Very proud of these 3 student athletes, but certainly my whole team and our 3 seniors in particular. We had a good week of practice. We had a good game plan. I thought at times we played very hard today, and other times we let them dictate us, and that's an area of growth for us, and it has been all season. Certainly not happy with the result, but very, very proud of our student athletes and how they competed.
Questions for the student athletes. Again, if you could raise your hand, name and affiliation first time around. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff Komack. Liz, 6'7". What was it like going against that?
Definitely not something that is common in the Summit League. Having been the 3rd time we've played Vicky, she's obviously a very good player, knows how to use her body well, and so it's a challenge for anybody, but yeah.
Brooke, when you're driving, do you know she's there? You know she's not guarding?
Yeah, I mean, she's hard to miss, but we had, like Coach said, we had a game plan for that. I had my pull-up a lot, she'd take it in and she's going to block it. But yeah, she's hard to miss. I mean, I'm 5'4" and she's 6'7". Big difference, but she's a very good player.
What's your reaction to 19 rebounds by one player in one game?
She's done that plenty of times this season. Like I said, she's a very good player.
Back here.
KNDS Radio. Taylor, can you touch on just the leadership that these 2 other players sitting next to you have brought to you this year and how that's helped you grow?
Yeah, these 2 have helped me a lot get to where I am and perform at the college level. Brooke's helped me a lot at the point guard position. I kind of came in as a 2 guard, and they got me more set to be a 2 guard. And then Brooke helped me get more set into the point guard position. So kind of towards the end of the year, towards the end of the conference season, I was playing more of the point guard. But Brooke's helped me a lot. So Liz is also a great leader too. But I'm just saying because Brooke was my position.
Do you learn any post moves from her?
I mean, not a lot.
Other questions for the student athletes? We'll take one over here.
Full NDSU Spectrum. Brooke, what have you learned from Coach Walseth just in the 1 year that you had?
I'm very lucky to got the chance to play under her for a year. She's a great coach. She's just helped me be a better leader on the court and off the court as well. And like I said, I'm just blessed that I had the opportunity to play under her.
We have one back here.
Seniors, Liz and Brooke, what are you guys going to miss the most now that it's over?
Don't get me all choked up now, but I want to miss playing with these kids. I mean, they're a great group. I wouldn't want to have played with any other team. I made lifelong friends with these girls.
Yes, similar to Brooke, growing up as an only child, these girls have always been my sisters, and so to not be a part of that every day is going to be really hard. Even the preseason, postseason, all the workouts, all of it's fun, and just being part of that team dynamic is definitely going to be a personal loss for me.
We have time maybe for one more question for the student athletes. Seeing none, okay, thank you ladies very much. We'll excuse you back to the locker room. And we'll go ahead and continue with questions for Coach Walseth. Right here.
Maren, what have you learned most here in year 1 about being a head coach, just going through the whole journey now? You've kind of been through it all.
There's a lot to learn, and there's certainly a large difference when you move over one seat, as they say. I don't know what the one thing that the one thing that I've learned. Certainly, a lot of people want your opinions and you to answer a lot of things. And that's, comes with the territory. I understand that. Certainly getting to know each and every player to the depth that you need to know them, for them to trust you, to get the most out of them. That's difficult in year one because it takes time and relationships take time. So that's challenging. I did my best. I feel like I did a good job, and I think the student athletes reciprocated that as well. But that's hard, in year one to build the relationships that I personally want and that I think are necessary. When you come in and nobody knows how you want it done and what you want, there's a lot of teaching and a lot of learning, and even the smallest things, need to be coached through on and off the court. But again, I've enjoyed it all. The girls have been fantastic. Our staff has been fantastic. The other coaches and administrators at NDSU have all been very helpful. It's just, there's a lot. In a good way.
Jeff.
What does the program need to get past this first round? What do you need to do the next year or so? Now you've seen this league for 1 year.
Sure, certainly. We need to continue to bring in quality student athletes that fit the NDSU profile, but also that will be competitive at this level. Our team knows that we're kind of short, so we need some height. I'm not sure how many other 6'7" players will be available for our conference, but certainly bringing some height into the post position. That's one thing that we need. We just need to continue to grow and get better, and new players coming in, that will help, but certainly the off seasons and the workouts were the players that we have. We have very talented players on our roster, and it's getting them to play more comfortably and grow as players, and that's all possible.
She was in your players' kitchen when they drove or shot or anytime they're on offense?
McIntyre?
Yeah.
Certainly she was, as Liz or Brooke said, she's hard to miss, but I thought Brooke was able to get her shots off. She worked on the pull-up, she took some pull-ups, and she got to the basket when she needed to as well. She got to the foul line. So certainly she's a part of the game, but I don't think that she's the end-all be-all or the reason that we were not successful tonight.
Back here.
Talk about Brooke LeMar a little bit. It just seemed like she wasn't going to go down without a fight. 29 points. Just the effort she gave you in the last game.
She's a competitor, and she's been a competitor since the first day I met her. And certainly she has her challenges with her size and whatnot, but she is not going to let her teammates down. She's not going to let our staff down, her team down. And she is going to fight every single possession, and that's what you love about her. Sometimes she overworks herself, but at the same time, you want to have that dog, you want to have that fight, you want to have that competitor, especially at the point guard position. So I can't fault her for anything. She gave it her best shot today.
Right over here.
Even throughout the game, good or bad, you always seem so calm. Is that just you, or is that a point of emphasis that you're trying to lead your team?
I'm a pretty emotional person naturally. I think you might see a little bit different at a practice, but I know that all 14 or all 24 eyes are on me the entire game, and how I respond and how I react is going to give them confidence or instill fear in them. So I take it as my role to be that calm person directing traffic, getting them to move on to the next play, positive or negative. I guess that's my on-court personality.